The Class 3E of Kunijigakaka Junior High is filled with misfits, whose teacher is a yellow octopus creature named Koro-sensei. Koro-sensei has destroyed 70% of the moon and threatens to do same to Earth. The government has given the task of assassinating Koro-sensei to Class 3E. Before we begin, please subscribe to Anime Summarized for more content like this. First Season. Intro. Koro-sensei arrives in the class and begins the roll call, during which, the whole class attempts to kill him using guns with special bullets. Koro-sensei dodges them all and demonstrates the lethality of the bullets on his tentacles. He is responsible for turning the moon into a crescent shape, and the class has to assassinate him before their graduation. This task is under the supervision of Kurosuma, and the whole thing is top secret, yes, like who wouldn't notice a yellow octopus, or a half-destroyed moon. This way, the government can track Koro-sensei every day, and 30 people can try kill him. Also the one who kills him gets 10 billion yen. Baseball time. Some students try to assassinate Koro-sensei using a BB imprinted baseball, but Koro-sensei reacts fast to it, and tells them to study for their graduation. Later, Koro-sensei finds out about discrimination against Class 3E, and helps students win their confidence. Nagisa notes his behavior to assess any weak points, which are more like his flaws. Koro-sensei even lets the students have an easier time, by slowing down his movement and tying himself for easier target, but class still fails. Kurosuma is surprised that even when government has given up on them, they are still happy. Karma joins. Karma comes back from his suspension and tries to assassinate Koro-sensei in his own way. He manages to injure him with ease, which surprises everyone. But Koro-sensei predicts and humiliates Karma for the rest of the day, which ticks off Karma. Karma then jumps off a cliff with a gun to see if Koro-sensei would save him. However, Koro-sensei saves him, which makes Karma respect him as a teacher. Irina, the new teacher. Kurosuma introduces the new teacher Irina, who comes off as innocent, and seduces Koro-sensei very easily, manipulating him to do many things for her. But Irina reveals her true nature to the kids, and kisses Nagisa, to get the information regarding Koro-sensei. The students mock her with the name Ms. Jelovich. The next day, Irina lures Koro-sensei inside a shed, and under the impression of undressing, she hides and has her henchmen rain bullets on Koro-sensei, but he manages to dodge them and knocks out the henchman. Irina fails because she used lead bullets, that is so dumb, and is then groomed by Koro-sensei, who calls it doing that thing with his tentacles. Irina is pissed, and the class criticizes her for not teaching them any lessons, to which she disrespects them, and decides to leave. Kurosuma shows Irina how Koro-sensei, despite a target, is making individual tests for each student. She decides to stay and apologize to students. They name her Bitch Sensei. Main campus. The class goes to main campus for assembly, where they are called failures. Other students get jealous of Class 3E for having cool teachers. Nagisa handles himself against bullies from main campus using the skills he has learned so far. School principal Gakuho meets Koro-sensei, and tells him that his class needs to look poor, so other students can get motivated. Koro-sensei uses this to threaten his students that he will destroy the school, and leave if they fail to score among the top 50 students in midterms. The students do their best and manage to answer all questions, except for those that Gakuho added in last minute. Only Karma manages to score in top 50, and the whole class encourages Koro-sensei to feel better as they will do great in final exams. School trip. The class goes on a school trip where they all will try assassinate Koro-sensei. They are grouped in teams and visit different landmarks for assassination spot. However, 2 of the students are kidnapped by some delinquents. Koro-sensei and other students manage to free them using Koro-sensei's hostage guidebook. Red Eye, an assassin, is tasked to snipe Koro-sensei at various spots, but he manages to fail each time and gives up. Koro-sensei encourages him and treats him to a meal, saying how he helped make the trip a bit more fun. The AI joins. The government sends an AI computer to join the class as a student and attempt to kill Koro-sensei. Due to the continuous waves of gunning Koro-sensei during class, everyone finds her annoying, despite the fact that she evolves with each wave, and has the best chance at killing Koro-sensei before graduation. But due to cleaning up after the waves and annoyance in class, other students taper. Koro-sensei reworks the AI a bit, and makes her more suitable for class. She quickly becomes a favorite of class, but her master arrives to change her personality again. Still he fails because of AI's plan, and the class acquires a new ally in their class. Irinas Master. Irina has become more familiar and accustomed to the school, but is ambushed by her master Lovro, who criticizes her for being so soft. Irina begs to be given another chance, and Koro-sensei arrives to propose a plan of mock assassination of Kurosuma using anti-sensei knives to prove themselves. Through an ordeal of different tactics, Irina succeeds. Kurosuma took pity though. Lovro sees her dedication towards teaching assassination to classroom and perseverance, and allows her to stay. New assassins. A new student Itona joins the class. He is very similar to Koro-sensei, and his goal is to kill Koro-sensei. Itona's hairs have same properties as Koro-sensei's tentacles, and the two have an intense fight. Koro-sensei manages to win through some tactics. The students ask Koro-sensei of his past, but he tells them that they need to earn the right to know by killing him first. Akira Takauka joins as a PE teacher, but Kurosuma somehow feels uneasy about it. While he has worked with him in past, he finds his methods to be wrong. Upon looking at a photograph, Kurosuma finds the horrible truth behind Takauka's methods. The next day, Takauka reveals his true nature to students when they become too friendly, hurting them severely during training. The teachers are forced to watch his training. Kurosuma chooses Nagisa for fighting Takauka with a real knife while he is unharmed. If Nagisa wins, Takauka will leave. Nagisa uses his shocking skills to overwhelm Takauka. This forces Takauka to leave the class, and Nagisa is hailed as the hero who saved them from him. Tarasakas Resolve. Tarasaka grows impatient as he thinks the class is growing too close to Koro-sensei. He challenges Koro-sensei to come to poolside where he will kill him. They all know Koro-sensei can't swim, and the class tries to help Tarasaka proceed with his plan on Koro-sensei's advice. Tarasaka messes up and the pool water drags them all toward a cliff, risking a fall. Itona and Shiro had planned this to make a surprise attack on Koro-sensei, but they fail to do so as the classmates help Koro-sensei for saving them despite being unable to swim. Final terms. Koro-sensei offers the class with a great deal of assassinating him if they are top in at least one subject. The Class 3E has to defeat the 5 virtuosos of Class A in academics, so they all prepare for this and study. The two groups make a bet that the losers will be winners' servants. Gakuho agrees to it, and makes the exam questions difficult, even for Class A. Each of the 5 have their match in Class 3E thanks to Koro-sensei's teachings. Class 3E secures 3 of the top spots, and 4 others tied in home economics for first, which means they can destroy 7 of Koro-sensei's tentacles. Since Class A lost, Class 3E has better respect and more rivals in the schools. Island trip. The class goes on a trip to an island, where they plan multiple assassination attempts using NSFW magazines and such. After having a whole day of fun and activity, the class traps Koro-sensei in a theater surrounded by water. The class shows him a movie of Koro-sensei's embarrassing moments to distract and blackmail him into lowering his guard. The students devise a very clever plan, which makes Koro-sensei proud. Koro-sensei manages to survive, and class later finds out how close they were to assassinating him. After a while, students start falling due to an illness, and an unknown caller notifies them of being behind it. He offers them the antidote if they come to his location. The teachers plan to steal the antidote as going there would risk students' safety. They go to the hotel and beat up some enemies, eventually going to where the hitman is. They fight off the 3 assassins hired by the hitman, who is revealed to be Takauka himself. Takauka wants the bounty and revenge against the class. Takauka destroys the antidotes, making Nagisa angry, who uses his new technique to beat Takauka. The 3 hitmen arrive shortly after with the real antidote, and they all start recovering. The class heads back to the school for their new term. Second season. Second semester starts. Lovro is proud of Nagisa for being able to pull off the technique well anytime now, but later he is ambushed and shot by an unknown person. The government increases bounty of killing Koro-sensei after hearing the class managed to corner him. Ki devises an unusual plan but fails as Koro-sensei gets the smell of it. Students find out about a yellow figure stalking girls at night and harassing them. They even find many evidences, and lose trust in Koro-sensei. Koro-sensei is depressed over it, and the class figures out it might be an imposter. It is confirmed later when they find Itona and Shiro behind this plot. Koro-sensei beats them, and Itona starts rampaging due to the tentacles taking over his brain. Shiro abandons him, and later uses him as a decoy to capture Koro-sensei, but fails after the class helps Koro-sensei. Itona remembers his past, and is now in severe pain. Tarasaka calms him down and Koro-sensei removes his tentacles. Itona joins Class 3E. Asano finds out about Isugai working in a cafe and threatens to report him. He challenges their Class 3E to Botashi, but in the end he loses, and Class 3E secure a respectful position. The Reaper. Irina is kidnapped by the Reaper, and Class 3E plan to get her back without other teachers' help. The students go to the location as told, and are one by one taken out with ease and trapped in a prison. Kurosuma and Koro-sensei arrive to rescue them, and through some tactics, they manage to defeat him with difficulty. Nagisas Decision. Nagisa's mother forces him to go to main campus, ignoring his wishes to be a hitman. She goes overboard and makes Nagisa burn down Class 3E so he can come to main campus. But they are kidnapped by a hitman, and Nagisa shows his skills, and later his mom begrudgingly agrees to his wishes. The Class A Riri match. Class A challenges Class 3E in their exams, and this time again, through extensive training and brainwashing studies, Class 3E secures all the top 50 positions, utterly defeating Class A. Gakuho is on his end straw now, and resorts to extreme measures to kill Koro-sensei and end Class 3E. Even with an extreme disadvantage, Koro-sensei defeats Gakuho in his battle. Gakuho rethinks how he came to his educational philosophy. Kid Kananos Plan. Koro-sensei's past. Kid Kayano reveals herself to be the sister of previous homeroom teacher Aguri Yukimura, who was killed by Koro-sensei in an accident. Kayano has been waiting for her opportunity to kill Koro-sensei, and now is her time. She even has tentacles implanted in her, which are affecting her. Koro-sensei and Kayano start battling with intense flashbacks bringing a lot of emotions. Nagisa calms down Kayano with a kiss and Koro-sensei removes the tentacles. Koro-sensei starts telling his backstory. He was the original Reaper and met Aguri Yukimura while in captivity. He explains everything, how he became this creature, and his connection to Aguri. He probably loved her. Shiro was the scientist in that facility and his antimatter research caused the crescent moon. Koro-sensei escaped from the lab, but Aguri was killed by a mine. Koro-sensei promised on her death that he will teach her students until his death. This creates a dilemma in the students whether they are prepared to kill him. Civil War. Karma and Nagisa conflict over their ideas, Nagisa wanting to save Koro-sensei, and Karma wanting to kill him. Koro-sensei tells them to decide by having a paintball game, the winner's choice will be respected. Nagisa and Karma make their teams and start the match. Nagisa overwhelms Karma's team by ambushing them, and the two start a 1v1 combat. Despite being in advantage, Karma is defeated by Nagisa, and his plan of saving Koro-sensei is accepted. They discover about the research conducted in ISS. Koro-sensei guides to plant Karma and Nagisa on the space shuttle so they can get the data back. The data reveals that the bigger a tentacle creature is, the less likely it is to cause an explosion. This can be reduced to 1% using a drug, which is similar to what they had made previously in an assassination attempt. This means they won't have to kill Koro-sensei now, because no explosion will destroy Earth. But the government would still seek Koro-sensei for his overwhelming power. Valentine's arrives and we see more people being paired as a couple as they try to give each other chocolate for affection. Graduation Assassination. Graduation is near, and most students have applied in their favorite high schools. Koro-sensei wants to create a yearbook with everyone's photos, but the government now plans to start their final attempt at assassination. The government has made a satellite that will attack Koro-sensei only as he is in the class. For further assurance, they cover the mountain in a shield, guaranteeing Koro-sensei's death with this plan. The students learn of this and get upset. They wish to meet him one last time and carry out the assassination themselves as their last gift for Koro-sensei. The students defeat the guards outside the shield and reunite with Koro-sensei. This day is also the anniversary of Koro-sensei meeting Aguri for the first time. Their union is interrupted with Shiro and the Reaper both coming as tentacle monsters. The current Reaper is Koro-sensei's past disciple, who attacks Kid as she attempts to help. But once struck by the monsters, Koro-sensei gets angry and beats them both. He heals Kid in the end and saves her life. Koro-sensei's end. Koro-sensei falls to the ground and begins roll-calling the students of Class 3E who cry uncontrollably. Nagisa carries out the killing and drives the knife through Koro-sensei in a very emotional scene. The students are now graduated and reading books of advice given to them each by Koro-sensei. The students part their ways and carry out their life. Nagisa says his goodbye to the school. The students are given 30 yen, which they use for their savings and donate some to Wakaba Park and purchase the old campus. Kurosuma and Irina are now married and on a mission. The students unite after 7 years and clean up around the old campus. They each share things from their lives. Nagisa is a teacher to a class of delinquents who make fun of his height, but he quickly intimidates them using his assassin technique. He is now carrying Koro-sensei's legacy.
If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to subscribe to support the channel. It's free for you and it helps us in bringing more great videos like this.